today on Rappler. A Pasig court issues arrest warrants for fugitive doomsday preacher Apollo Quiboloy for qualified human trafficking. The DOH reminds the public to vaccinate children against pertussis as cases continue to climb. The US and Japan upgrade their military partnership. China's Xi Jinping says no one can stop China's family reunion with Taiwan. And Pokwang's ex-partner Lee O'Brien is deported. A Pasig City court issues warrant of arrest against doomsday preacher Apollo Quiboloy over qualified human trafficking, a non-bailable offense. On April 3, a Davao City court also ordered the preacher's arrest over child and sexual abuse. The Office of the Senate Sergeant-at-Arms served a contempt warrant for Quiboloy through one of his lawyers Wednesday, April 10. Authorities searched some of the pastor's properties for the second time in Davao, including his church's so-called Prayer Mountain in Tamayong. Authorities say it is possible that Quiboloy was no longer in Davao or hiding in other areas of the city. Quiboloy earlier admitted he was avoiding law enforcers for fear of what the United States might do to him. He is wanted by the FBI for a string of criminal cases including sexual abuse, human trafficking, fraud, and money laundering. The Department of Health reminds the public to get their children vaccinated as pertussis or whooping cough cases climbed in the first quarter of 2024. Health Secretary Ted Herbosa reports 1,112 pertussis cases from January to March with 54 deaths. Of these, some 70% were hospitalized. Majority of the cases were younger than 5 years old. Herbosa emphasizes that all 54 deaths were vaccine preventable, saying many of the children who were hospitalized had already been sick for days and should have been given antibiotics by the time they had reached 4 to 5 days without getting better. Quezon City is among the LGUs which declared a pertussis outbreak together with Iloilo City and Cavite. Children can be protected from pertussis by getting vaccinated with a 5-in-1 vaccine, which protects against diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus, hepatitis B, and Haemophilus influenzae type B. US President Joe Biden and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida unveiled plans to upgrade their military cooperation, ranging from missile to moon landings, with an eye on countering China and Russia. In a joint news conference at the White House, the two leaders weigh in on Gaza and Israel, Ukraine and Russia, North Korea, and other world flashpoints. Kishida says the two leaders discussed tense relations between Taiwan and China and pledged to uphold international order based on the rule of law. Chinese leader Xi Jinping recently said outside interference could not stop Taiwan's family reunion with mainland China. Biden says their militaries will cooperate with a joint command structure, and they will, together with Australia, develop a new air missile defense network. The two leaders also announced Japanese astronauts will participate in NASA moon missions. China's Xi Jinping tells former Taiwan President Ma Ying-jeou outside interference could not stop the, quote, family reunion between the two sides of the Taiwan Strait, and there are no issues that cannot be discussed. Ma is the first former Taiwanese president to visit the mainland. In their meeting, she says external interference cannot stop the historical trend of reunion of the country and family. External interference is a jab at the support Taipei gets from the West and the United States. Ma tells Xi tensions with China have caused unease for many Taiwanese. Ma's party, the Kuomintang or KMT, which advocates close ties with China, lost the presidential election for the third time in a row. The current Taiwan president, Tsai Ing-wen, rejects China's territorial claims. The Bureau of Immigration deports Pokwang's ex-partner, Lee O'Brien, after it was confirmed he had no pending local case in the Philippines. The actress-comedian filed a petition to have O'Brien deported last June 2023. She claimed O'Brien had been actively working in the film, television, and theatrical industry, but did not have a special working permit. In December 2023, Pokwang won her deportation case against O'Brien. His prearranged employment visa was canceled and a warrant for deportation was issued. He is also on the immigration's blacklist and is prevented from re-entering the country again. The two met in 2014 and have a daughter. They announced their split in July 2022. And that's today's wrap. I'm Nina Liu. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.